Live from Los Angeles, it's Monday night, time for the Kruse Control Show. And here's your host, Brian Kruse.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Monday. One more time, Monday, October 21st, 2024. Welcome back to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm host as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back everybody. Hope you had a great weekend, accomplished all those goals, and you had just a blast this weekend because again, the month's almost done. It's almost Halloween time. It's fun times out there. Get out there, dress like some costume and get some candy and have a great time and take your dog for a walk, please. I hope you're doing great. Happy Monday. Good to have you back. We got like 100 more subscribers yesterday. We've gone up quite a bit, like 3,360 subscribers. So thank you all for subscribing to Kruse Control. It means a lot. I'm happy to have you here as always, and happy Monday. And join me back. Hey, what's up, Paul Kersey? Thanks for being here on Kruse Control. Appreciate you joining us in the show tonight. It's gonna be a fun rock of a ride show tonight. But joining me back on Kruse Control, my lovely co-host. You know where you love everybody. Welcome back, Miss. We lost her. Our tech director, Mr. G.R. Waters, up there, see Daddy. What's up, G.R.? How you doing, GR?
Better now.
How was your weekend?
Too short.
Oh, yeah, it always is too short, right? One of these, GR, right? One of these.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was good yesterday, though. The Dodgers won or in the World Series.
Oh, right.
Daddy is in the house.
GR is happy about that. It's good for LA people. We're really excited about it. Dodgers, Yankees. Who will win? A battle of all ages, GR. Who do you think's going to win?
Dodgers, of course.
What's up, El Santo? Good to see you. Queen, good to see you. Yeah, I know, but we're going to see, GR. It's cool. It's exciting times in LA, GR. Happy to have you back. Happy Monday, GR. Here we go. Yes. And joining us back, she popped back in, everybody. Welcome back to Kruse Control, Miss Angela Costa. Angela, how you doing?
Hey, everybody. We all have a case of the Mondays, huh? My computer failed me. My computer has a case of Mondays because it didn't want to work as it just cut me out of here completely, or I should say Comcast. Sorry about that, but I am back and it's good to be here. Thank you, Bri, for having me. You're the hostess with the mostest.
I try.
He's a host with the most, not a hostess.
I'm a hostess.
Okay, right. You're not a hostess. Well, you are we could sort of work with that, you know?
I'll take it.
GR.
We can do I'm like an oatmeal cream pie or something. Look, welcome to the show.
Yeah, exactly.
A cream-filled cupcake?
Hey, Pepe.
Cream-filled cupcake, I guess. What's up, Gargoyle?
A modern world, he can be what he wants.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on. That's
Thanks,
I know. I can do what I want. Welcome back, Angela. Thanks for being back. How was your weekend?
Good. It was busy. Yeah, it was busy. Lots going on. A lot of comedians in town. Heather McDonald was here. Annie Lieberman. If you know who that is. I don't know if you know who that is or not. Who else was here? Whitney Cummings was here.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I love her.
So,
That's awesome. So you were out and about. Good Halloween vibes, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was some good vibes happening there. It was good. It was fun. Good times. It was 82 degrees today. I mean,
like LA weather there, huh?
October 21st, you know? I mean, come on.
Let's have a warm Halloween, please. Round of applause for a warm Halloween, please.
Yeah.
Everyone's wear their best costumes. So good to have you, Angela.
Yeah, thank you. Good to be back.
Good to have you on Monday. Good to have you on Monday. Here we go.
Right? This is like new.
Starting their week out. What's up, cream pies? Rachel, cream pies. Good to see you. But also joining us back on Kruse Control, everybody. It's been a while. I'm happy to have her back. Stun extraordinary, everybody. Welcome back. Allie Perez, how you doing, Allie? Good to see you. Welcome back to Kruse Control.
Hey, how's it going? I would throw in that the problem with cream pies is that those are Little Debbie.
Oh,
anyway.
Okay. So Little Debbie, hostess with mostest, same multiverse, maybe?
Fine distinctions. You know, it's all your own preference. Yeah. Doing all right. Happy to be back. Yeah. Lots of pre-production over here. Lots of little indie land plans. So having a good time.
How are the projects going? Everything's going good? You feeling good about it?
Everything's great. Yeah, feeling good. Jumping onto other people's projects and working on some of my own. So I've got stuff at almost every stage, like in pre-production, we're in things we're about to shoot and stuff like that. So having fun.
Yeah. Ali, welcome back. I'm happy to see you too. I'm happy to have you back. It's exciting news though too. So I know you've been really busy, but I'm happy you had some time to come on the show and just have a chat. It's so good to see you back. It really is. Looking great, looking fresh. and pick your hostess. I don't know. I don't know what even hostess cookies there are or hostess products. I guess I'm not good with that. Are the Twinkies? Are Twinkies? I don't think that was
cupcakes. Yeah, Twinkies. Twinkies.
What else do they have? That's all I know.
But yeah, the cupcake I think is my preferred one.
Chocolate.
But if you start going into Little Debbie stuff, then it's like, oh well, we've got Nutty Buddies and all kinds of options.
Oh, I'm all about that. I'm a nutty buddy. I'll be a nutty buddy. Welcome back. Good to have you here. I'm excited. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. And again, we got one more person, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. You know, you love her art. Everybody, welcome back. Miss Lexi Koval. Lexi, how are you doing? Welcome back to Kruse Control.
Hi. I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it.
I was going to say, I didn't say it, but I can say, bitch 3 times and you appear.
That's right. That's right. Here I am.
How you been, Lexi?
Hell yeah. Lexi's here.
Done. That's what you got to do, right? I'm not as busy as the rest of you, though. Y'all are way busier. I got no job, so every day's my weekend, right?
Well, hey, you're working for that weekend then, right? You're working for that weekend.
Right. Fair enough. I'm
you have a good weekend though?
Right now, so I guess that's something.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
I watched that. I saw the TV Glow, and it was the worst piece of shit I ever saw.
You were saying to me, people love that show too. So I was kind of shocked when you said you didn't like it. I know a lot of people have been raving about it.
Yeah, people have been hyping it. I was like, I sat down, I took some mushrooms, I was ready for this, and then it was highly disappointing. It was just not, no.
That's GR's typical like Friday night after the show,
Right. There you go.
You giving away my secrets?
Round of applause for that. Round of applause for GR. But Lexi, that sounds. I want to check that out. I love wrestling. I love what they like. The women of like wrestling back in the day was phenomenal.
No.
They didn't get one.
This is about gay people.
Glow. I thought isn't Glow the women wrestling show?
I saw the TV Glow. That movie about.
Different show, different thing.
It's the queer horror that everybody's been talking about. It's kind of like got a parody of Buffy in it, and it's like kind of I don't know. It's supposed to be about I don't know what. It's an allegory for transness, but it's not. Like I don't know. Supposedly it is.
Gargoyle's right, Brian. That is a wrestling show.
Glow was a good show. I liked Glow.
Yeah. See, that's what I thought you meant when you said it. I didn't realize you were saying it's a whole different thing. So that changes the whole perspective here.
That movie that came out, it was like A24 made it, so I was like super hyped. It had really good color scheming. The cinematography is excellent. That's the thing like with A24 though. It's like you was going to get great cinematography, but like I don't know, the story was just muddled. It didn't have any pacing. It had pacing issues at the ass. And I'm really tired of nobody being able to portray the '90s. Why can't anybody get the '90s right in film? It's literally a decade we all lived. I was there. Do you need a consultant? I can be your consultant, Hollywood. Do you need a '90s consultant? I can tell you how things are supposed to look. I'm like, for God's sakes, it ain't that hard.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently it is hard. What do you think, Brian?
Apparently it's hard. But I love the '90s. I love a lot of stuff. I love a lot of stuff going on in the business all the time too. I appreciate you all being here. I'll check it out, Lexi. I'll check it out. I thought you were talking about Global. Thank you all for being here on Kruse Control. As always, I appreciate you. It's going to be a fun night. And then thank you all for being here in the chat. We're going to have a great show, as always, because it doesn't matter what day it is. We always have a great show on Kruse Control. Be a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. And there's always one thing going down. We're having a show, everybody. And that is a lot of breaking news. Come on. All right, the very first stuff to talk about is Rick and Morty, which has been picked up for 2 more seasons over there at Adult Swim. That's right, 2 more seasons. They're going until at least right now, 2029. This show has been going forever. It's a lovely, lovely show. It's funny as shit. I don't watch it all the time, but every time I see an episode, I love it. So I understand why it keeps going. But 2029, that's going to go forever. A lot of people will be smiling about this, and Smile itself is doing great at the box office. And this is, again, Jack Nicholson's kid right here. I don't think you guys knew that, but Jack Nicholson's kid is one of the leads in this. And they cast it because they wanted to make a little shining thing here, Ray Nicholson. So again, doing awesome with the budget and everything else. The first movie did great. This one did even better. $28 million budget, and it made $46 million opening weekend. First movie made $37.3 million opening weekend, so it's topped that. It's doing phenomenal. Can it beat that $217.5 million that the first one did? Only time will tell. Also, Naomi Scott's in this too, and I can't wait to see this. I didn't get a chance to see it over the weekend. You know, I watch almost all movies, so I will see this eventually. Let me know if it's good, guys. I want to know. But I am smiling about this. Garden State is doing a concert. Now, Garden State was a movie that came out 20 years ago. 20 years ago. We talked about this last week, actually. I was talking to Lexi about this, something that makes me smile, and that's this movie. It's awesome. Zach Braff is so good. He wrote, directed this whole thing, put the whole thing together, starred in it. Natalie Portman's phenomenal. But it's been 20 years, and they're putting a concert on here in Los Angeles on March 29th at the Greek Theater for benefiting homeless shelters. And the idea is, Zach Braff said he wanted to bring everybody together because everyone loved that music so well, and the actual soundtrack just did amazing at the time. So he's got Ticketmaster involved. You can go get tickets right now. And he said, we had an idea. What if we got together all these brilliant musicians from the Garden State soundtrack live on stage, first time ever, and raise some money for a great cause? Well, it's happening, he said. Can't wait to see it. It's awesome. It's just an awesome movie. Check it out. And I might go see this concert. I might have to go check this out. Also, a big concert, of course. It's always a Springsteen concert. And his documentary is coming out over there on Hulu and Disney Plus called Road Diary. And he's in the news a lot, too, because they're doing his biopic again with Jeremy Allen White right now. That's been shooting, so I've been working on that. I'm more excited to see that. But this documentary should be kind of fun, dropping on October 25th as well. It offers an intimate look at his creative process and the Springsteen and his whole company, and it actually follows their 2023-2024 tour. It's exciting if you're a fan of Springsteen. Something cool dropping on Disney Plus. But Disney really wants to drop this lawsuit with Gina Carano, but they just can't because they keep trying to stop this sex discrimination and wrongful termination lawsuit, but it's not happening. And now officially it will be going to court. And I get it. It doesn't look good for them overall. Again, it was some of the things she said online. They said it was against company policy, hence why they just ended her contract. She was dropped from Mandalorian. But on September 29th, 2025, unless the mouse can actually stop this, I think they're going to go to court. So only time will tell. It's not a good situation for Disney. It puts my goosebumps on my arms, and Goosebumps Season 2 is coming, everybody. This is actually a fun concept. I love what they did with Goosebumps. That they actually took these book series from R.L. Stine, and it's worked the first season very well on Disney Plus, and they're bringing big actors in for this. Now we have David Schwimmer coming on for Season 2, and what they're doing is they're taking multiple books and multiple premises and wrapping all into one whole story, and it's all influenced by them. This new season will be influenced by Stay Out the Basement, The Haunted Car, Monster Blood, The Girl Who Cried Monster, The Ghost Next Door, and Welcome to Camp Nightmare. And they said little things else besides that, but it's kind of fun. But it will be dropping. Official trailer came out January 10th, 2025. A lot more Goosebumps coming your way. I think she might, Queen. We'll have to wait and find out. Disney's got some great lawyers. We'll have to see. But you know, this doesn't give you the creeps. Ryan Murphy might give you the creeps, guys, because Ryan Murphy has always got stuff going on. But now with this grotesquerie, I guess it's called, fans are giving some backlash. Ryan Murphy saying this should have been an American Horror Story project. Shouldn't just been its own thing. This is Horror Story. What are you doing? Cash grab. And he says he strongly disagrees. It is not. It has nothing in common with American Horror Story. It says it does whole different things. And he kind of was going off about it, saying he doesn't understand how people actually would think this would be like American Horror Story, which I watched trailers. I haven't watched it, but to me, it kind of looks like Horror Story. I'm not going to lie. So to say there's no parallel, Ryan Murphy, come on, everything can't be different. You know, you're doing too much, man. It's great. You're doing a lot of great stuff. You're doing too much. And you will get some flack from people when they're saying it feels like something else. That's just how it is to be in the business. She does have Elon helping her too, Paul. Very true. He's very much about that too. But this is interesting. He said, don't believe that. It's totally different. It deserves to be its own show. Only the fans in time will tell about that. But is he a mastermind? That's the question. Is he Einstein? I don't know if he is, but Einstein is coming to CBS, everybody. That's right, a TV series about Einstein's grandkid. That's what this is about. So the idea is, and this just sounds like to me like every procedural we have on CBS. Everybody it just does. But you know what? We took an idea that's kind of like that Sherlock premise, and we just went with it. But it's got Matthew Gray Gubler coming in here, who is from Criminal Minds. Been off TV for a little bit, sometimes Criminal Minds, and now he's coming in to play Einstein's grandson. And again, it sounds the same kind of deal as everything else. He's a brilliant but directionless great-grandson, of Albert Einstein. And he spends his days just like as a professor, and he has a bad boy antics, and then he lands him in trouble with the law. Then he has to help the law out to solve crimes. All right, Einstein. Yay. Is that, yeah. Yeah. I'm not that excited about it. I feel like it's the same thing. I mean, it could be great. Could be great. You guys let me know, honestly. I'm more excited about what Jordan Peele might do next. And everybody is. Like, what's his next movie going to be? And he said, yes, there's a lot of mystery, and I will not tell you anything. So if you're wondering if people are saying anything out there, this is more of a public service announcement. Don't believe it. The man's not giving anything away. So only time will tell what his next project will be. Local Vegas boy. Yeah. Give a round of applause to him right there. He's a great actor. Maybe that'll be good, Einstein. I'm just not sold on the premise. He'll probably go 10 to 12 seasons, though, knowing how those CBS shows go. Something else that might go forever is Dune Prophecy. Again, now this is a spin-off of the Dune movies. And this one's coming out very soon in November, and everyone's talking about the new trailer drop for it. November 17th, the actual show, first episode will drop. And Denis came forward saying about what's going on with this franchise. He said, yes, we're going to go back to behind the camera very soon, and Dune 3 is coming. He's very, very immersed in this. He's making it happen, so we will get Dune 3 first, but until then, we've got this Prophecy. It will be great. I'm not sold on this. I'm not sold on it, guys. It doesn't look like it's anything I'm excited about, but maybe I'll be wrong. I love Max shows. We'll have to wait and find out. But something else that I know a lot of people are excited about is Hunger Games, another big franchise. And now we have an actual title for the next movie, Sunrise on the Reaping. This based off the novel coming out. And it's going to be about the center on the Panem's second quarter quarrel. And on top of that, you're going to have about Hamish Abernathy. It's all be about him actually going in and being a part of the games. And of course, it's based off Woody Harrelson's character as a young child, or I should say, teen. I'm excited because I think this is what they should have done first of all, instead of Songbirds and whatever it was called, Sweet Songbirds of Butternuts. I don't know. Whatever they did with that first one, it didn't do that well either because of that. I think we should have delved into a character we want to get into as opposed to different side characters, but it's okay. That's okay. The book's coming out though. It's been announced March 18th, 2025 and November 20th, 2026. This will drop, and I know you are, Rachel. I know you're freaking excited about this. I'm more excited about The Running Man, and this project is heating up more and more. Glenn Powell as the Arnold Schwarzenegger character, Josh Brolin as the main antagonist, and now we have Lee Pace coming in to be another villain in this, and Lee Pace is fucking fantastic. The fucking Pie Maker, everybody. The Pie Maker. That's what I was thinking about. You ever watch Pushing Daisies? Ever watch that? I love that show. Didn't get enough love, I don't think. Did like 3 seasons. I guess Foundation we probably know him more for, but he is going to be playing this brutal chief in this new movie coming out. But I'm excited. And it's not that far away. It really is. And they're going to shoot soon. November 21st. It'll be in theaters of next year. It's going to be great, I think. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. Thank you all for being here.
Is that it?
What? All right. Daisies. One more, a lot of breaking news. That's all I can say. That's a lot. It's a lot. It's a mouthful. It's a mouthful, right, GR?
Oh, yeah.
You are.
Well, thank you all for being here. But, this is not the time just for me. Everybody needs a chance to talk about all the breaking news. There's a lot of stuff going on. So now it's that time for my guests to have that 1 minute on the clock. What to say is there. Hot takes. Let's do it. Woo! Oh, it's hot take time. This is the time for 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute break down all their hot takes on all the latest breaking news. Now, can they do it before that bomb blows up, or they not? And that buzzer goes off, and their time is done. Now, it's not up to me who wins. It's up to you. You vote. You decide. You need to vote. Vote. Everybody say it these days, so I'll say it too. Vote for Hot Take Master of tonight, so it should be great. Anyways, I'm so excited. Who will be the Hot Take Master of this Monday edition? That's the question. Putting it out there. We're going to find out very, very soon. And I shout to everybody there, 469 people. Thank you for being here on Kruse Control as always. Hit that like button if you like it so far and subscribe. We're getting those numbers up because of you. Angela, who should go first for the hot takes?
Ooh, I love this part. That's one of you guys.
You can go first too, because if Jordan's trying to say, you got the touch. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I think, I might just go ahead and pass this torch on to somebody else. And I think I am feeling like
So many
GR,
choices.
would you like to go?
I'm easy. And I'm cheap. So.
All right. Go
All right,
for it,
GR.
Take it away. You've got the floor. Or the screen.
You know what? I know he's excited wearing his GR beer removal service right there. He'll remove all your beer in case you have in your fridge. He'll take care of it for you. Don't ask questions where it goes, right, GR? Don't ask questions where it goes.
You don't want to know.
All right, GR, get ready, get sassy, get sexy. It's hot takes time, GR. Here we go. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Rick and Morty. That's yours, Brian. I didn't like it a lot. Still don't. It looked asinine to me. But anyway, Garden State, 20th anniversary. I want to go see the concert. Never saw the movie, but I like the music. Springstein, 10:25. I'm waiting. I'm ready for that. Disney. The mouse will get stepped on by a Mandalorian soon. Goosebumps. A little bit after my time. I watched it with my grandkids, but what are you gonna do? Who else? I can't even read my own handwriting. Oh, grotesque. Pass on that big time. Let's see, Einstein. I love Gabler, so he can do it no wrong. Peel's not telling. Delegaff, Peel. Give a shit about your stuff. I like the Dune. I like the look of Dune, the new one. I'll watch it. Hunger Games, don't care. God. And Running Man. And that's another villain, so what?
Great job, DR! It's not his first hot takes, everybody. It's not his first hot takes, as you can tell. Great hot takes.
The clock's still running.
I did a couple.
He said a couple. He said a few hot takes in his time. Just a few.
Yeah.
All right. Who's going to go next? Who can top that, right? That's the question. Who wants to go after the thirsty daddy? What do you think, Angela?
Ooh. I'll go ahead and just quickly go. I'll just get myself out of the way.
Okay. Hey, it's not good. It's a great time. Come on, it's a great time. Come on.
No, it's always good. It's always fun. I'm gonna go probably pretty fast because I always tend to talk over the time, so I never make the little bomb thing before it goes off.
You can make the bomb. I'm putting it out there. You can make the bomb. It's Monday. It's a new day. It's a Monday. You had a great, refreshing weekend. A lot of fun.
Yeah. It's a Monday, so I got to try to make it before the bomb goes off. But yeah,
you got that twinkle in your eye. You know what I mean? You're ready to rock and roll. I know it.
I've got a ring light in my eye.
All right, Angela. Let's get serious. Sophisticated, down and about. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Okay. Right.
Knuckles up. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Rick and Morty, I don't really care about any of it, to be honest with you. Smile, I'm definitely going to see it in the theater. That's really cool. They made double their money on the film. That's fantastic. Garden State, I love that film. If I can go to this charity concert, I'm in. Good job, Zach Braff. Kudos to you. Some of my favorite music from that. Bruce Springsteen, of course, I'm on board with him. He's fantastic. I hope Gina can bury Disney on some level. Sorry, still want to work with Disney at some point with some things, but you guys got to go down sometime. Goosebumps. I'm all about David Schwimmer. I want to see him in some things. Ryan Murphy from the grotesque situation. I think it's Ryan Murphy, so that's his style. The whole CBS thing, I'm on board with you. Don't really care about the Einstein stuff. It seems weird. Jordan Peele, can't wait what he's got going next. Dune 3 on board. Hunger Games, hell freaking yeah. Stephen King, let's do it. Josh Brolin.
Yeah, and you got it. Great hot take. Woo! I know it's a lot. Great hot takes.
I'm trying to breathe in between the
I know it's funny. Like when Carter comes on here, he just I don't know how he does. I don't think he breathes when he actually does it. But
you almost have to run through it. You literally know, just go. Okay, well, you just have to start going.
Only Carter can do that, Brian.
What?
It's
I said only Carter can do that. He does the whole thing without breathing.
My lung capacity is good, but apparently it's not that great. So what I was saying at the end real quick is Lee Pace. I love him. I love Lee Pace. I saw him actually back in on Foundation, but I saw him. He was in Twilight. I mean, he had some like brief film, and I was kind of mesmerized by his natural, acting ability. So I just kind of dug his vibe. It's good. I think he'll be really good for this Running Man.
He's really come into his own ever since, like, he was really Chuck. You know what I mean? Was he Chuck? No, he wasn't Chuck. That was that one. He had a show. He had a different show. Didn't know he was
that was Zach Levi.
Yeah, but he had a show where he was also kind of a goofy character at one point. Besides Pushing Daisies, I love Pushing Daisies, but he had something else.
What that one was, I can't remember.
Yeah. I don't know. This is making me drool. Oh.
Have you seen Foundation?
I love Foundation. It's so freaking good. It's so good. That show just keeps getting better every season.
Yeah. Is it back on again for another one?
They're shooting right now. I think it comes out. I think it's later next year. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I really want to see it.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Good. I know. I'm all about it. Okay, so that was my hot takes, guys.
Happy hot takes. Happy hot takes.
You want a hot take? I'll never do hot takes.
Now I'm going to pass it off to Lexi. Would you like to do the honors of following my
How you feeling, Lexi? You feeling good about these hot takes?
You know I got this.
She's going to be like,
right.
Snatch.
Bam. Bam. All right, Lexi, get ready. Get smooth. Get up and down. All about it. Maybe spin around the room, slam back down, and then hit these hot takes. Ready for that?
You do 0 breath in between. Just go run down.
One breath. One breath allowed. That's it. One breath allowed.
That's it.
All right. Hot take time. Let's do this. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty, one of my favorite shows. Glad it's getting 2 more seasons. Don't know how it's going to go, but the writing on it's brilliant. Smile getting a sequel, doing great. Sure, good to see horror doing well. Garden State, Zach Braff's a bad person, but Brian, I really genuinely hope you enjoy that. Bruce Springsteen documentary, sure. Disney delaying the trial with the stuff with Gianna. Gianna, you ain't gonna win. You can win against Disney. Go get Daily Wire to help you and shit. Goosebumps. Schwimmer giving you goosebumps. I'm here for that. Brian Murphy. Everybody's freaking out about your show because you make all the shows, and they're just like, oh my god, it looks like everything else. Einstein. Really. Jordan Peele. I love your beard. Dune. If it's good, I don't know. The movies are good, but Hunger Games prequel, fuck off with the Hunger Games. Nobody wants the Hunger Games. Totally want to see the Running Man. I'm totally here for that. Thrilled.
It's going to be a really good thing. Running
Man's one of my favorites. So, I didn't even know they were making another one. And I'm like,
I know the hot takes kind of go crazy right there, don't they?
I know.
The hot take machine goes like, so you can't stop it. You can't stop it.
I didn't even hear they were making this though. Like I was like, damn, there's a new Running Man. It's one of those ones that, like, I always was like, maybe they should fuck with it a little bit, but then I was like, I don't know, like, because it's such a great movie. It's one of my all-time favorite, like 80s cyberpunk kind of like, because it's Arnold's so good. Great in it, and everything's great in it, and it's just like. It's such a wild film, and it's like one of my favorite Richard Bachman stories. Like the original story is so good. I love Bachman's like sci-fi stuff, so I would love to see more Richard Bachman on screen and less Stephen King. But like, I don't know. I just like 50-50 on these remakes, right? Like they're not always
always are.
They're not always bad. But if you can get the wild game show stuff down, you can get a really good host for the game show and make it really
Josh
fun.
Brolin. It's like Josh Brolin. You got Josh Brolin doing that. You got Lee Pace going out there hunting him down. You got Glenn Powell he's so big right now. Everybody's like, get that guy and take his shirt off. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't want to be like, we've talked about this before. I mean, I think he's like, good-ish, but I just don't see the
I could have also taken Pedro Pascal in this. I feel like Pedro Pascal could have come along with this.
But he's got so many jobs. He has no time.
Anyone popular?
Well,
why don't you usually likable?
I love
from Pedro Pascal, let me tell you. But like, yeah.
This one's not going to stand up to the original. I'm sorry. I don't
know. It might do cooler special effects, GR.
It is technically about like an everyman, and Arnold definitely wasn't the everyman. So if you can kind of follow the original story, but I don't know. I don't really
see my daughter.
like the original story when you look at the film. The film's so bombastic. I mean, you want to go hard with it the way that they did it. That's what I loved about it. I love Electro. Electro was my favorite character. He's like singing opera and driving around in that neon light car and shit. I was like, this movie is wild. I love this movie.
It's gonna be. I'm excited about this. I think it's gonna do great, but we'll have to wait and see. It's still got some time. They're about to start shooting, so of course more announcements for the casting will be coming out like next year. So I can't wait. All right, Alex,
we got to get 3 or 4 more villains yet.
Is what you are?
You're up.
They haven't got enough big killers yet.
Yeah, we'll get there. All right, Allie. Woo! Saving the best for last here. Here we go, right? Oh, I got to push my... Oh, I did not look at my camera angle first. I got you, Allie. I got you. All right. Okay, here we go, Allie. How you feeling? Feeling good about this?
Oh, feeling great.
Oh, of course. All right. I'm excited. Let's take a breath. We've gone through. Here we go. You've got this. Don't worry about everybody else before you. You got these hot takes, okay? Here we go. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Okay, Allie, hot takes.
Well, gee, Rick, I think I'm really excited for Rick and Morty to do 2 more seasons. That sounds like a good time. Somebody said something about horror movies always do great. They do not always do great. A lot of people spit on horror. I'm a horror gal myself. And like the ad campaign for this was fantastic. And that guy was a great choice to be the head of their campaign. Smile 2 is going to do good. Garden State, good for them. It's good. It's great for the fans. Same with Bruce Springstein, honestly. Like, great for the fans. Disney delaying the trial, of course they will. Anything they will to hang it all up as much as possible. I hope she does well. Goosebumps, they've been going in a great direction. Ryan Murphy is doing the thing where he thinks like that his things aren't all exactly the same, but like it's too close. Einstein, they can flip out 5 or 10 seasons of that. Jordan Peele is getting us to talk about him not saying anything. How smart. Dune cast looks great. Hunger Games are being smart about it. Lee Pace, that's a good choice. Yeah, we're good.
Hell yeah, great job, Allie!
We need breathing time on this.
Great. Yeah, great job, Allie. How's it feel?
Amazing as always.
I love the Rick and Morty voices. That was great.
Hot take there was.
That was so good. Thank you all for the hot takes. I'm going to start the poll just to put it out there now. You vote. Tell us who you think should win hot takes. I'm so super excited to see who will be the hot take person for this Monday edition of Kruse Control. It's going to be great. And I feel like
Allie's voices were better than the show.
Yeah. Jerry, you don't like that show? Come on, Jerry. You're not excited about it?
No, it looks like something my 10-year-old granddaughter could draw.
There you go. Dance to that music,
gross,
GR.
Right, the animation.
It's kind of what, Allie?
Like you can argue that the animation's one of those animations where it's like kind of gross. Like, there's something icky about the animation itself, and so like I kind of get that.
I like the animation.
Are you a big fan of it, Allie?
But it's like, it's a stylistic choice. I do actually really enjoy the show. Like, it's a great one to binge. But like, yeah, there are certain cartoons that have this quality that to me makes them like feel kind of icky. Like Ren and Stimpy is probably a good another example. You know, the other ones are children's shows, were children's shows. So like, yeah, like those, it was hard for me to watch initially because I was like, oh, there's just something gross.
Everything they gave us in the 90s was gross, though. Like Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, and they were all like
Rocko's Modern Life
content. Like it was never like really for us. It was like more adult than it should have been, kind of thing. It's really interesting when you analyze a lot of the 90s cartoons.
No.
Like
Cow and Chicken.
So much of it.
Cow and Chicken. That was another one.
Literally had an episode of
Powerpuff Girls.
lesbians eating carpet. I was like, what the fuck is this?
They were trying to do like a live action Powerpuff Girls for a long time. I think it's like dead now in the water. But like,
yeah, that got canceled. It was a bad.
Seems like
CW was doing that. The live action Powerpuff Girls. That was not going well.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like one of those teeny bopper type things they usually do. It's just like I get try and do it. Like CW can be successful in that realm, but not all the time. It's like
I'm a huge Powerpuff Girls fan too, so it was just like I was following that when they were doing. And the remake of the show was really bad too. The one they just recently came out with, because they eliminated like a bunch of main characters from the show, and it offended a lot of people. Big fans of the show were like not into it, so they need to stop with this. Like, stop bringing stuff back. Like when it's that old.
That's all they know how to do.
I know it's like a discussion we have on here all the time, but like there are shows that like if you don't have the original creators back, or like, you know, it's really of its era. And it's like, I mean, when they brought, you know, Clone High back too, it was like Clone High was canceled, and then you brought it back like 20 years later, and it's like, who was the fan base for it? It was like niche people.
Who was this for?
Like, who was any of it for? Like, you got to like think really hard about your animations. Like, I feel like animation's an area where you don't dig into a pool and bring it back. I am curious about the like King of the Hill revival, because Mike Judge is so good, and the Beavis and Butthead revival was solid.
That did great.
But
it did great.
Like, what made that good was the old episodes, like where they were older, where they were adults. Those were hysterical. I wasn't really so into like going back to them as kids. It was seeing them as adults was like the best thing in the world. Like, he really should have made a show where they were like in their 40s. I would have much rather watched that. It was hysterical.
That would actually be really fascinating. I think that'd be fun. Like, why not? Like, see what they get to. They showed those were like one of the movies.
In the show. Did you watch the remake? Because they had half of the episodes for them in their 40s and half of the and those were the best ones. The ones in their 40s.
I didn't watch all of it. I watched a bunch of episodes, but I didn't watch all of it. It didn't suck me in like it used to. But they were. I like how they do with the music videos. They changed it to be like, you know, all the social media stuff and all that. It's like which made sense. But I think what's
so funny.
It was a great take for it, and it was a way to make it more relevant to today's audience too. I wonder how they're going to make Hunger Games like keep being relevant, though. Angela, I saw how excited you were about this. Do you think that this prequel can work? Because the first one did all right, but do you think that it can do better than that and like really bring back that life of Hunger Games back to everybody?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like, well, I mean, listen, like I liked Haymitch's character, and I liked the Hunger Games in general. But I mean, when you start, I mean, I guess the Hunger Games has had its run, right? It had that. I mean, they had some great actors. I mean, in those films. I like the storyline. I mean, I think it can do really good. Actually, it's got a huge following. I mean, it did incredible at the box office and beyond. You know, going on streaming networks and stuff, they made a ton of money. So, and beside the money part, just the creativity alone, I think depends on, you know, like what they're going to do, who they're going to have in it, who's going to play Haymitch, you know, like Woody Harrelson's obviously pretty incredible as an actor. I guess it kind of all depends, right? But,
would he appear at all, you think? You think there'd be like a flash forward to a flashback, or we stay out of that realm completely?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to, I mean, because if, you know, when anyone watches these, you know, these types of films, these prequel, I mean, they have to sometimes give some, you know,
connecting tissue,
like, right, some connective tissue, if you will, right, like to what this, in case they didn't watch any of the movies, so it gives them some reference. So I think it's definitely something they may do some flashbacks and all that stuff, but you never know. I don't know, you know, I do not know, but I probably guarantee I'll watch it. The Songbird one, it was interesting.
You see it?
I did, yeah. Yeah, I watched it on the plane.
Was it a musical? Could you dub it a musical?
The song.
Is it like Joker musical?
No, Joker was way more musical. Yeah, that was like a La La Land almost.
Oh, okay, Allie, I saw you too. Do you think this was like something that was great? I saw you like nodding your head about the whole thing. Would Woody appear in this? Do you think this new prequel?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no way you've got like an ace in a hole like that. There's no way you don't use him, bring him in, if briefly.
It seems like it just like makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Would he do it though? He'd probably do it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like there's.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. He's here for a paycheck too. Once he's just going to start turning down Hunger Games money.
Yeah. No one's turning that shit down, right? Nobody's turning that. I mean, except Jennifer Lawrence. I don't think she'd go back.
She may want to go back. Yeah.
Huh? What, GR?
Yeah, eventually.
Throw enough money at her and she'll come back.
Be a zombie Katniss if they have to, you know?
She's too busy trying to get Passengers 2 made. That's what she wants.
Oh my gosh.
What'd you say?
The movie that nobody saw.
Passengers 2.
Passengers 2.
Is that how many people are going to watch the movie?
Oh my gosh.
I didn't mind Passengers. Probably you guys can throw some shade at me. I didn't know. You
might hate me too because I actually kind of liked it in a weird way. I don't know.
It wasn't a great movie, but
you know what?
Passengers was gross, man.
Nobody saw it. People didn't watch it.
I was so excited to see that movie, and then I was like, "Oh my god! I can't believe you just like murdered this woman."
Chris Pratt too, big time Chris Pratt.
That character was garbage in that movie.
Yeah,
he's doing his thing. Then he started chasing dinosaurs. You know, he was busy man.
Yeah, you know,
busy man.
Now he's the voice of every character ever.
Now he's the voice man. Yep. But great hot takes, everybody. Great hot takes, really. We do have a winner. Officially, everybody's voting. Thank you out there for voting. I saw some people on Twitch too. If you're on Twitch, thank you. We're across the board. You know, we're on Kick, we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Instagram, we're on X, we're on, oh my God, we're on Facebook, we're on, where else? We're all over the place, guys. So, yeah, Odyssey now. So, yeah, thank you wherever your platform you're at. In this outer space. I appreciate you all for being here. We appreciate you all for being here. So, we're all plus for the audience. We're all plus for voting. Appreciate you as always, but we do have a winner of Hot Takes. So, without further ado, everybody, our winner for this Monday edition of Kruse Control is Miss Allie Perez. Congratulations, great Hot
Take. It's all about the voice, you know. You got to do some animation with the. Damn it!
People love voices, except Amazon. They don't like voices. They always take us off Amazon for voices all the time.
Pitch to do
it's your fault, man.
Yeah, it's okay, Ellie. It's okay. It was great. I liked it.
All the chaos.
Yeah. I was gonna say, GR was saying about Amazon. I'm not even on Amazon tonight because if I throw swear words too often and we're off, they just cut you off. One swear word, one impression, you're off Amazon. They're like, guys, you know what? Get the hell off our platform. So, whatever, Amazon. Jeff Bezos, I'll give you one of these. One day, we'll figure it out. But thank you all for the hot takes. It was great. Great hot takes. Right, Peppy?
You're killing me, man.
Hey, don't be like that, man. Well, thank you all for being here. There's a lot going on, as always, on Kruse Control. And we've been talking about a bunch of stuff in the breaking news, of course. But one thing that's kind of come around, and we were talking about Jordan Peele, and Jordan Peele's been very, very much incorporating his own projects. There's a lot of different musicians that are doing their projects too, and there's different actors that are trying to branch off, and musicians that are branching off. It's very exciting times if you are trying to cross-promote yourself. But there's one artist right now that might be coming to the television screen near you, and that's Billie Eilish, a new Mr. and Mrs. Smith show. Can we talk about that? So, Mr. and Mrs. Smith Season 2 has been officially moving forward, and now they're looking at casting. Now, what they're saying is it's going to become like an anthology type thing where we have different actors every season playing the main characters of John and Jane. And right now, one of the leading people up for Jane is Billie Eilish, everybody. Now, she's been officially offered a contract for this, but she has not taken it as of today for Season 2. And I'm not really sold on this. I like Billie Eilish. I think she's great. She's a big time performer. But there's not that many jobs out there, guys, for actors. There's just not. And for someone that's successful as her, maybe I'll get some shade for this shit. Maybe I will. Just let more actors have it. Just let people that are like nobody names have some jobs, put some money on the table, or put some food on the table and pay their bills and give another person a chance to rise. That to me, Billie Eilish might kill this though. She might kill it. But what they want is big time A-list celebrities for John and for Jane in this. And Billie is one of the main people. Now you got Childish Gambino behind the whole thing. So of course he did the first season. You know, Donald Glover was in the first season. and maybe that's why he does the whole music and acting scene. Maybe that's why he's trying to get Billie Eilish involved with this. Now she had her debut as acting on one of his shows too, so maybe that's also why they became friends. But now she is up for taking over the reins for season 2. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Let's go to the panel and find out what everybody's thinking about this. Woo! Billie Eilish, everybody, in as you know, as Jane in Mr. and Mrs. Smith season 2. How do we feel about this? What do we think about this? Angela, how do you feel about this? Is this a good casting, you think? And do you think this makes sense to have Billie Eilish transition into film now and become a big television star in this platform? How do you feel about this casting?
Well, her agent should be proud. I mean, it's all about crossover, right? Like, you dance, you sing, you act, you cook, you have a beauty company or a food company. It's kind of like, it's the map. It's the talent map, if you will. Yeah, I mean, she's great. She's a great, huge success as a singer, made a splash in that world. So why not throw her energy over into, acting and see what her unique energy, I guess, brings. I mean, kind of give it a little modern, cool edge, I suppose. But I'm always down for, the actor folk getting jobs. You know me, Brian. I believe what the same thing you're talking about. Put some actors in there that deserve it. But I get if there's a friendship that's already brewed there, maybe that's the reasoning too. And I mean, yes, she is talented. Sure, we can couple all that together. But yeah, I know I got mixed feelings about it. So
I kind of do too, Angela. I have mixed feelings. I get everybody should have an opportunity, and she is a big talent, so maybe she can do the same thing here on the screen. But I'm also like what I'm saying, it's there's not. Everybody's complaining right now about how there's no jobs and it's hard to get even if you want to be an extra on a show, it's hard to get on a show, let alone being a main cast member. And a lot of these actors are just trying to figure it out, and it's just hard to get. And I get they're always going to go with an A-list person. There's always going to happen. That's the top of the ship, and everybody else trickles down. But I still think that maybe she'll be phenomenal. Maybe she's been training for this her whole life, but it didn't seem like she wanted to do this before, So we'll see. I don't know, but I'm still kind of...
but if we're being honest, though, it's I'd rather go to somebody that, not that I'm saying she isn't deserving, but you know what I mean? Somebody's actually been working. There's so many talented actors that are unknown names out there that just need to be known because they're so freaking good. Yeah, not that it's stay in your lane, but I do multiple things too.
GR saying it. GR saying it.
What?
GR saying stay in your lane. GR saying it. It's not easy to say that. Yeah. But it's not, I don't want to hate on her, but it's also
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to hate on her, but it's just there's so many people, right? There's so many opportunities for other people that they needed, It's just
And we keep we meaning the entertainment industry keeps that window, so it's not really open. It's just a narrow tunnel. We have so much talent that it's just the same people, and everyone, you guys can chime in, over and over and over and over again. And sure, you're going to be awesome because you're in every freaking movie constantly over all the goddamn decades. Excuse my language. Yes, you're going to be probably talented. Or
it's just eyeballs.
What's that?
It's the Charlemagne comment that I'm always talking about. Not to cut you off, but I'm always talking about Timothy Charlemagne. I'm sick of him being in everything. When they're listing off a billion different more qualified actors for these roles, but they're not giving them the opportunities to.
Yeah, Charlotte, he's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
There's them all. There's all the jobs. Why not? Throw him in there. So, Lexi, do you think that overall? Yeah, it's eyeballs. Yeah, it's eyeballs. You're right, Allie. It's eyeballs. Wait, I'm going to come back to you, Lexi.
She has a fan base.
Yeah, Ellie. So she has a fan base. It's eyeballs. When you go to an audition, a lot of times they ask you how many Instagram followers do you have, and that matters to them because I think if you have this following, it's going to draw that eyes of the show. It's how Hollywood drives now, right? So do you think it's just an eyeball thing, or do you think that she's been she wants to do this? She's been waiting to do this her whole life.
I think it's back in trend to. Even get influencers are getting a few more jobs again because they were and then they weren't because it didn't translate well. And then, now we are where we are. But if I was her, I'd be if Kim Kardashian can do a show, why can't I?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Get on the
that's
air.
what scares me is that starts happening. That like thought process, like, oh, why can't I get out? I mean,
that's a good one. If Kim Kardashian can do it, why can't I? That's a good point. So you were saying that it doesn't even matter how her acting is on this, Allie. She could just be who she is, and people will watch it, right? Puts the butts in the
I have a feeling like that she'll probably take it if she feels like she can pull it off.
That's a
But
good
because I think she
Kardashian
cares about
look,
art.
right?
Yeah, but should she, Allie? But should she?
That's her prerogative.
Would you watch it?
Probably not. I didn't watch the first season either, though.
I didn't see the first season either, but I heard great things about it. But they're trying to make this something different, So maybe it worked for her. I don't know. And maybe she'll turn into the bad guy here. See what I did there? I don't know. I just said it. Lexi, what do you think? Is this a casting choice to get her into this? Or is it a thing that she's like a Donald Glover thing, that he's a musician, actor, so he's trying to get her to be that way?
I don't use this term often, and it's not something I like to use too often, but I genuinely believe she's an industry plant. Like, I'm not a big fan of her. Something about her feels fishy. Something has always felt fishy about her to me. Just like her rise is too quick. Everything about her feels too quick. Everything about her feels too and I understand in a social media age, but like if you look at somebody like an Ice Spice or a Doja Cat or an influencer age singer, like the musicians that come up in that way, I don't think she's a standout. Like, how the hell did she get a Bond like soundtrack? How do you how hard you have to work to get a Bond?
I know.
You know what I mean? She got that. It's like so easy, so early. Like she gets handed everything like so
something
easy.
Happened there.
I'm like, you're an industry plant. You're absolutely an industry plant. Something you're connected to something, and they are just building and building and building and building you. And I think like she's gonna break. Like she as a person is gonna break because they're pushing her along too quickly, and they like that. I don't think the way they treat her in the spotlight is fair. Like that whole thing with her on the red carpet when they made her discuss her sexuality was completely inappropriate. The stuff that they do to these, young female celebrities, the way they handle them, we're going to have a Britney Spears. She's going to shave her head and have a breakdown just the way they all do because we're going to push and push and push and push. But I absolutely believe like in this situation, more so than I've seen than other ones in the past. I mean, there's always been like, celebrities that like, okay, let's set you up and prop you up and let's get you going and stuff. We've seen a Beyonce, we've seen like those kinds of things. This one feels rapid. It's more rapid than any celebrity growth I've ever seen in my entire life. And the pacing is so out of control. The relationship with her brother, everything about that, like
Phineas. I think Phineas is really like a lot behind that though.
Yeah,
too.
I think he's entirely controlling the scenes, and I think we're gonna find out I think like in like 10, 15 years when we get the documentary about her life, there's gonna be a lot of like this was wrong the way it was handled, and there's gonna be a lot of things that come up. And so as far as this show is concerned, they're just gonna keep feeding us to her, like her. And as far as the story of Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
it's just like getting her in there some more. That's why they're doing that. So
100%. Because it doesn't matter what it is.
Bottom line is, if people are stupid enough to watch the show, they'll keep bitching it. They don't watch the bitch. They won't push her anymore.
But as far as the story of
it's all about ratings.
I don't know if that's true, GR. I don't know if that's true though. I feel like they'll keep pushing people. Kim Kardashian, they're still pushing.
Nobody watches it, Brian. They won't. You know that.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith is to me.
It was a Medicore movie, and this series sucks.
Sure, but also like the plot line of it, I feel like the character should be mid-30s to 40s. Like they're supposed to be a married couple who have developed that. I know they're spies, but there's also supposed to be this characteristic about them that they're a married couple who have had that time.
It doesn't make sense.
And so it's like this 20-year-old girl is going to be like playing the role of like the housewife, this married housewife who's been. And I'm like, I don't know, like I would like to see, more seasoned women actresses taking on that role who have had longer standing careers, who deserve more opportunities, as we've already established that there are plenty of other women in the industry who deserve these opportunities, but also that I think the role should go to a older woman. I think it's
that's
an
a really
older
great point.
Role. I think
that's
the
a
character.
I didn't think about that. You're
right.
I
just think I think it's about a middle, an older couple. Like I don't think that the
it's not
story
about
of
a
Mr. and Mrs.
20-year-old
Smith.
millennial or
like it's just not. They're not a young couple story, and so even if you're gonna do alternative Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
it's a prequel.
I still think that the Mr. and Mrs. Smith like character, the story, is a an older couple, even if it's like in their 30s to 40s, even if you went 40s to 50s, like I still think they're an older couple. And if you want to play with that dynamic, that's fine. But I still think you start at like mid 30s and go up from there as far as age.
Not 18 to look younger.
I don't think you start with you don't start with young people at all for this role. I don't think young people are the route to go. I think you go older.
I think it's what you're saying too, Lexi. It's like
I'd love to see someone in their 50s take the Mrs. Smith role and an older couple.
No,
GR doesn't want that. GR.
those moves that they play in the original movies, those were 30 and 40-year-olds. You get into your 50s, you're not going to do some of that.
I thought she was in her 40s, wasn't she, when she did the first one?
The character wasn't that old. I mean, come on, guys. You got to look at the reality. I mean, if somebody has been in a situation where you're throwing guns around.
Are you saying 50-year-old women aren't hot? Is that what you're saying, GR?
I didn't say anything about hot. We're not talking about hotness. We're talking about what you do physically. Come on. The shit I did at 20, I couldn't do today.
That's what a stuntman's for.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the reason. That's they're supposed to be like in their prime, in their but they're together as a couple. You're married, you've gone through all that stuff. That's a good point about age. She's a little young for it. I didn't even think about that. So maybe they're not even. But you know what, Angela, like they're still gonna cast her based off her name though, right, Angela? So maybe that's just what it is. To make everybody like be the same age around her just because it is.
Yeah,
it's that way.
It's like and we know the eyeball theory. I mean, we're not theory, the reality of that, but it's like there's so many other people even if they have a smaller eyeball, I mean, it's like eyeballs are going to watch it, for God's sake. You know what I mean? It's going to be a series. So who do they think isn't going to watch it? People are going to watch it. You put the right cast, members on, and you're going to have eyeballs. Everyone just slow down over there on, production and, corporate entities. Relax.
Calm down. Take a back seat. Take a back seat.
Take a backer and just chill. Like there will be eyeballs. Like
that was the thing I didn't think about though. Too, was age.
Someone said in the comments too, they're trying to bring in a younger Daffer. This is not for younger people. Mr. and Mrs. Smith are not for young people. This is not a young person like property. This is a
Gen Z loves Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They want it. It's has so much risk.
Like they want. I saw the TV glow. They don't want this. Like, I mean,
that's a fan base perspective, not a money perspective.
Yeah, that is a fan base perspective.
What do the money people always want? Like younger eyes, because it's more eyes. Who spends money? Hopefully indiscriminately, younger people. They're not going to get older people to spend more money related to this stuff, but maybe they can get younger people hooked on merch or
they want that 18 to 30-year-old
they spit out.
They don't know anything about what younger people want at all. They don't know shit about what young people want.
Well, they're trying, but they manipulate it and twist it, and I think they make it work this way.
You know what Gen Z wants? Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Billie Eilish. Ooh!
And then she can do all the music for it too.
I think.
Is it fun? Yes.
I think it's more laziness at this point. We've made this work before, so I bet we can sell it to these younger folks again.
Yeah, don't do anything original. Just some more shit out there.
Who wants originality?
If you wanted to pull in Gen Z, you do Mrs. and Mrs. Smith with Billie Eilish. That's how you get them. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, that's how you get them.
It's a fine point. No, it's a fine point.
Yeah, it's a fine point. Yeah, maybe you do something like that, and it just would twist the storyline completely. I just still think that Billie Eilish doing this again. It's like one of her debut things. She did one little bit role before. I think it's a lot to throw in her as like one of the main characters, honestly. Yeah. But you know what? That they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and maybe she is a plant like Lexi said. Who knows? I don't know if I'm there, Lexi, with you, but who knows? Who knows? She does. She has popped up very fast.
Plant movie or something, like
a plant movie. You say?
like a tween movie with like plants or something. Botany.
Because Brian's also
I
a
like
plant.
that one, botany.
Brian's a big industry plant too. That's what this whole show is.
It's a big plant. Big plant. But Billie Eilish is... Someone's got to do it. But Billie Eilish is coming in. That's the idea. The contract's been offered. Will she take it? Will she sign the paper? We'll find out very soon. Let us know what you think about it. But Billie Eilish and Mr. and Mrs. Smith playing Jane. Apparently it's moving forward. Let us know what you think. But also something... What? You want to say something?
Go ahead.
Anyways.
Who's going to be her co-star? Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet, of course. All we do what we do what Lexi was saying. We get Zendaya. It'll be Zendaya, and it'll be Billie Eilish. Or we can throw in who else we got here? It was Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift and Zendaya, and it's a threesome on this. We got three of them together. We got crazy and Billie Eilish.
Carly Clash in there. Then that's the only way you get
Triple Smith.
Money. Will Smith's their manager or something like that. He's slapping people. It'd be crazy. That's all. We'll wait to find out, but it is moving forward. No Zendaya, Tim says. She's everywhere. Can't get rid of her. But something else that's moving forward, buddy, that I'm kind of shocked about, but also not, because we never am. We reboot stuff all the time. But Carrie is moving forward, everybody, as a new Amazon series, 8-part episode series. Is it good? We'll find out in our reboot of the day. All right, Stephen King's novel Carrie is coming forward one more time in TV form now. Of course, by Mike Flanagan, who, again, this guy actually makes me interested because this guy has done some big stuff. The Haunting of Hill House, pretty big. Midnight Mass was massive over there on Netflix as well. The Fall of the House of Usher. There's like big stuff. Dr. Sleep. I know people gave shit sometimes, but I like Dr. Sleep. It was like the sequel to Shining. I kind of really liked it. And Ewan McGregor I liked, but people are still saying it's not the same. But you got this person behind Carrie. Now, of course, Carrie's come before. We had Carrie 2 we had the reboot 2 that came later. Can they make this work a third time well, I guess it's more than the third time now, but in a TV format now. 8 episodes, Amazon moving forward. They're working on casting. This has just been announced today. And nobody else attached to it. So we don't have any cast members, nothing like that. Just Carrie moving forward as a reboot. I just hope it doesn't become something like we were talking about before, like the CW a little bit. Yeah, another Carrie remake. Like the CW reboot where it's like a teeny bopper type deal where they have powers, or she has powers now. And it's going to be something different. She's got to deal with her, growing up, but also, having these telekinetic powers that appear and she has to master. I hope it's not that. I really do not hope it's like that. Amazon has done some great projects and they've been able to lean it more towards the cinematic route. So maybe this will work that way. Do we need this amount of time, 8 episodes to tell this story? That's my question I put out to the group today. Carrie is coming forward. Woo! Carrie. I see Allie's look right now, so I'm going to go to Allie first on this. Allie looks very, very enthralled. Okay, what do you think, Allie? Were you a fan of Carrie, and do you think that the TV format for this makes sense in this day and age, with this reboot coming forward?
This is the way to reboot this. As long as they don't make it weird, Rings of Power. I have a real problem with that intro still. But this is the proper way to reboot something that is a novel, because you can give it the appropriate amount of time to burn and for us to understand the character arc, as opposed to happening really fast. And the original movie is iconic. And then they did the remake, and I can't think of that girl's name right this second, but she's too.
Chloe.
Chloe something. She's just too cute. I was just I don't believe you're the outcast. I don't believe that anybody bullies you. I'm not buying this. So I think that pending casting, this is going to be really exciting and has the potential to do really well.
Is there anybody in mind right now you think could actually play this character, Carrie?
Not off the top of my head. I'm sure there's some youth that can do great, but
Zendaya.
I would hope they would go with an unknown. I would truly hope that they would go with an unknown for Carrie.
Ooh, well, I think Angela was shouting. So Who, Angela?
I'm just chiming in, like, because
Timothy Chalamet.
I agree. Yeah,
Timothy Chalamet is Carrie.
Timothy Chalamet, everybody.
Timothy Chalamet is every character in it. The mother,
everyone.
He's Carrie.
Like Eddie Murphy, and
he's the bullies.
Yeah.
What was that fat family? Oh, sorry.
The clumps. The clumps.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet's like, they're all gonna laugh at you, and then he's like, I know they are.
And then like you see like a picture of Kylie Jenner pop. Maybe it's Kylie Jenner. Maybe she's.
God,
right, we're going there.
You're right.
She's in the closet. She's in the praying closet. She's pumping her lips with the cup.
It's not telekinetic powers. It's not telekinetic powers this time. It's plastic surgery powers. Okay, Angela, what do you think about this?
Out of my family, please.
Angela, what do you think about this? Does this make sense to go in this format? And are you excited about it all?
I mean, I think it'll be like I'm kind of jumping on the bandwagon with Allie on that. I think it's again how you introduce it, what you do with it. I think that having Flanagan and King together is pretty much a dynamic duo. Right there for horror, especially, right?
Seems like it, right?
Yeah. What?
It seems like it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong there, especially like, if the series stays true to the novel, I think that, the story of Carrie White is timeless. Bullying, you got isolation there and the power that, I mean, I just think, we all know the infamous prom scene and stuff, but I do think that it could make an interesting TV series. So you just got to do it right and cast the right people. And yeah, I do think let's go with, I know they want eyeballs, right? They want the money guys and everyone else, but like Allie's talking about. But yeah, get an unknown in there, or someone that's just maybe lower on the radar, but like kind of been around, let's get someone in here I'd like to see some of that, I've been in this industry forever and it's nice to get
I'm always screaming for unknowns, Allie. Or Angela, I'm always screaming for them. I always am. And it's like, it never happens to Angela. They don't want unknowns. They just don't a lot of times. And I get the idea of like, Billie Eilish.
They'll put like an unknown in for like a supporting, day maker role or something. They won't it'll never be like a lead. But I don't know. Maybe let's be hopeful. I'm going to be hopeful.
Do you think they're going to go a little like too high school for this though? Like a high school drama? Or do you think they're going to sometimes they can go too 13 Reasons Why work. There's stuff that does work, but.
Well, because Carrie, it was like a high school prom, so I think they will go tween maybe on this one to get that younger demo in there. Because Carrie, right, like from that time was probably people that are now in their like 50s, 60s, somewhere in that 50s, maybe late 40s, 50s, 60s, somewhere there. So they want to catch on that younger demographic to revive this, I think. So yeah. And they're going to go with
tweenies. I just don't want to be CW-ish. But I think that, between what you're saying, what you were saying too, and what Allie's saying too, it might be a good format. I know Lexi's big into the horror stuff here too, but Lexi, what do you think? Carrie, you feeling good about this? Amazon, 8 episodes. You got some good killer horror people behind it. It's got all the right formula, all the elements, right? It can't fail, Lexi, right? It can't fail.
As an expert in Carrie, actually, on the 3Dmers, we covered all the Carrie films. And there is a third mini-series television show that was done in, I think the mid-90s, maybe early 2000s.
Dang!
It was closest to the book. It was the most accurate to the book, and I think it was 2 parts, something like that. It was way too long, and it wasn't very good. And I'll tell you, if it follows that at all, that Carrie gets insane. Carrie ends up destroying the whole town, essentially. It's not just whatever. So the last part of that movie gets balls to the wall. But yeah, both films are failures in their own ways. The original film is great. as a film on its own, but it doesn't cover the subject matter well. But it's a really good standalone like film for Carrie, the original one. The remake film kind of like has some good like moments, but isn't a very good film. It just has some like great moments overall, but it's really a failure. And I think it tries to capture some of the aspects of the book better, but then fails overall. Like both films are like not good. The remake is really bad overall. The recent one, the sequel's terrible. Carrie 2: The Rage. That's just like not even.
Yeah, The Rage.
But the miniseries is like really hard to watch, even though it's the most accurate. It's the hardest to watch, the TV series one. I don't know if the Carrie story is interesting enough to carry a TV show. Get it? Carry a TV show. But
that was humor.
But and I personally, I'm not a big Carrie fan. Like, I don't think it's one of King's best works. But one thing I will say is this: I think you said it in its time period. I don't think you modernize it. I think modernizing Carrie eliminates a lot of the things that make Carrie work. I think Carrie needs to be of its era. I think like technology and modernization of it eliminates the Catholic, elements, those hard pressed like things that eliminate her ability to work with society. I think that with social media and cameras and all of the modern things that exist in the world, that Carrie would have more of an ability to have, be isolated but still be able to connect. You know what I mean?
Definitely change the whole thing.
Whereas like the original story, she's so disconnected because of her mother, and she's so closed off from everyone. And like the whole point of the story is like that she's basically like completely isolated from everyone else, and that isolation is like a big key component of what makes her kind of madness occur. And that like she just wants friends is really the whole story. She's just a person who wants friends. Like that's really the key component of the story. And that if you have like phones and social medias and all those things, that friends can come those ways too. And so there are kind of ways. Cyberbullying is a thing too. There's a way to modernize. I'm not saying you can't, but I think to make it works best to just keep it raw and keep it in its time period. Because the rawness of its time period is what's going to make it work the most effectively. And the thing that also works most effectively for Stephen King is that Stephen King's bullies are
it's like his first book, isn't it?
I don't think it's his first, but it's definitely one of his most cocaine fueled.
It was his first.
He doesn't remember writing it. Like I think that's one of the ones he doesn't remember writing at all. That one.
Oh, really? Too many drugs.
It was just the first one that got adapted into a movie.
Yeah, but King's bullies are so cruel, and they only can work in like the 50s, 60s, and 70s settings that he has. When you modernize them, those bullies don't work as well because like people would be like, whoa, what are you doing, kids? Whereas like, I don't know, there's something about the time periods like that they work in now. Like, I don't know, you can't come after
I see Allie second guessing this, Lexi. What do you think, Allie?
I don't agree with that part. I think people are just as cruel as they've ever been.
They are, but in a different way.
I think it's better for it to be in the original period.
Like the King bullies are more physical, is what I'm getting at. I think like they have a tendency of being more able to grab at you and physically do things to you, whereas a modern bully, you can't grab at people so much nowadays. There's more, you know what I mean? There's more of the social media. There's more of that. You don't touch people so much nowadays. You get in a lot more trouble with that kind of thing. So that's why I had a problem with the It remake, was bringing it into that early 90s period. I was like, bullies couldn't act like that with coming at the knife and all kind of stuff. Oh my God, those kids would have gotten in so much trouble. The cops would have
I actually so disagree with you. I fully disagree with you there.
If a bully had done that to me when I was a kid, he would have been in jail. No question. Because I was that age when that movie was like the age of that movie, and no bully would have done that to me.
Yeah, we're the right age for it, but like I'm from a different place, a smaller place, and like I fully disagree with you, and I think it's probably like locational, regional. Like I'm from the country, stuff went down.
Like shit was going down. You need to be very careful, right? It's funny how like it doesn't matter where you're at. Like it does matter where you're at. I should say it matters where you're at, where you're growing up. It's like different communities. LA is a lot different than like middle of America. It just is. And and it's like interesting how they can maybe adapt it to make it fit. I don't know. I'm intrigued by this, Angela. you're over there too. Do you think again that this is something where they should stay in this time period, or do you think that what Lexi's saying by modernize it and adding like all the cell phones and stuff like that would it be something better?
TBD on that. I don't know. Honestly, I don't.
I think you're leaning with Lexi here. I think you're leaning with Lexi and Allie here.
I mean, it's, I kind of agree, like the time period, it's nice to stay there maybe and not, you're going to try and remodernize it and do this. I don't know. I mean, some of that stuff it's how it translates. I don't know. It could be a total bust.
Yeah.
It could be okay. I mean, it's tough with a Stephen King, like making it into a TV series. You got so much stuff you got to monitor, you know what I mean? And it's kind of gory and you want I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure.
I think the person that knows the most is GR probably, right?
Can go either way.
Well, I don't know the most.
Can go, yeah.
But
what
I'm just, I agree in the sense you can't modernize it. Well, if you're going to stay with the book and make it a Stephen King based show, it has to be in the original time period.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a King fan at all. I do not like his work. It's not my kind of book. I'm sorry. I don't like him. Okay. He's a great author, but it's not my kind of book. But
I'm going to tell him you said that, GR. I'm going to tell him.
Go right ahead. He didn't want me in the movies anyway. But anyway, I think she's right. If you're going to do this, you got to stay with the book. And too many. Yeah. Hey, Steve, I'm sorry I don't like your book.
I'm calling him on my watch.
Sorry, Steve. Anyway, I'm just saying.
You're a booger.
I think Allie's right. You have to stay with the book if you're going to make it any good at all. And book is very in depth. And that's why, in a way, I can see where Lexi was coming from. It dragged some in the
8 episodes.
The series they did.
That magical 8.
So maybe I know we talked about that too. The episode counts these days are abysmal. But I mean, that's just the business now. 8 episodes, 6 episodes. You're lucky if you get 10. But that might be a lot more time to expand this narrative, though, to fulfill the book. I think that's always a good thing. Get the full point out there, the true picture of the story, because sometimes the narrative gets lost in these abbreviated abbreviated movies, I should say. So even though movies are getting longer these days, 3 hours, 4 hours, no problem, guys. Sit in that theater, get in there and enjoy. Those popcorn buckets filled.
Do the pilot, see how it goes. See if anyone wants to watch it.
They're just doing there's going. I think though 8 episodes might be good. It might be good. But Carrie's coming back, everybody, one more time. And somebody else might not be coming back anytime soon as Diddy. But we gotta talk about Diddy for a second, because it's Diddy buddy time, everybody. Ashton Kutcher might be fleeing the country. Lots of updates. We talk about that in our featured story of the night. We take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. It's Diddy time. Diddy update for y'all. First of all, Ashton Kutcher is talking about fleeing the country, leaving with his wife, Mila Kunis. Apparently, this is based off an insider from In Touch that's been spreading this around the internet. Who knows if this is true, but he was talking about, about how he did this European trip, and at that, it felt so good. Maybe you raise your kids someplace else. Again, there's a lot of backlash towards him. There was Danny Masterson, and now he's been friends with Diddy for years. Now the Diddy thing is coming out, and he was saying he's just exasperated that once again, he's being dragged through the mud because of his past associations. Well, I don't know if there's a past association. I think it's past because he's in jail now. About that, you call that past. But he said first it was Danny Masterson, convinced him that there's all these things are happening. And then now it's Diddy. Okay. And so this town is just a cesspool at this point. So he's not happy with it. And he's talking about just leaving. It couldn't be because maybe there's some allegations maybe coming out. There's a lot of celebrities right now that have not been named in this case. Of course, this case is going down in May. We'll have to find out, but there's more allegations coming forward too. It's now a 16, at that point when they were actually at a Diddy party, a person that was 16 years old, an accuser who hasn't said who they are. No names are coming forward yet. I know his team wants these names released, but they're all saying they fear for their life, which again, it's kind of a really big deal. This is bigger than Weinstein, guys. I know it's a huge thing right now. Everyone's talking about, but there's a 16-year-old at that time. So they went to a Diddy party and they were really excited. They met him, this person, and then he pulled him to the side and said, okay, so we're getting a little graphic. Said, so you guys need to mute whatever, but he said, show me your penis, pretty much. And so the guy said he felt pressured because it was Diddy, and so he pulled out his genitals, right? And then apparently Diddy started touching them, and he had, a bad time. He said he was very upset about this. Felt emasculated, felt like he was out of control, and Diddy just controlled everything. One person. Another person came forward too, saying they were 13 at the time. So gross. But the 13-year-old's even more. She said that she was at a Diddy party, but it was after the events of one of the VMAs. After the VMAs, there's a party after that she was invited to back in September 7th of 2000, and went to the party, had a drink, and apparently started feeling weird. So went to a bedroom private to lay down, and then Diddy came in with two celebrities, male and female. And then one started having sex with her and couldn't stop. She couldn't stop. And Diddy, another celebrity, watched. They got done. Diddy got in there, and apparently the other two watched. Well, Diddy did, abused her. And then these are all allegations that came forward. And then after that, they left, and she just was broken down. Now, they just said he tried to get her to give oral sex to him as well. I mean, crazy shit. And then again, these people are coming forward because it's been so long. I mean, they're in their 30s now, 20s. And there's a lot of abuse allegations moving forward. Now, I would say this, so it's hard to support a man like this. Everyone's gonna be distancing themselves. Hence why I was saying, like, Ashton Kutcher is distancing himself. He had the damn mask thing already. And it's like, it's hard to be a Diddy fan these days. These are allegations again. He's in jail. Will he get out? I mean, it's hard to believe that all these people aren't telling the truth. At least some of them aren't. I just think Diddy's done. Again, these Diddy buddies are going to be dropping off the map, as you are calling Diddy buddies. And I think that if you were friends with them, it's a hard time for you. Again, there's all these celebrities that are not listed. Who knows who was there? And we won't find out till May. We will cover this, I think, on Kruse Control.
Maybe
Allie,
someone will let us know if he's the one that got rid of Tupac and Biggie.
Well, you know what? Angela, that's a thing, though, too, Angela, too. We talked about that the other day. There is, like, the family of Tupac is actually going after this too, and putting a bunch of stuff into this lawsuit because they're saying there's a bunch of evidence coming forward that Diddy was involved with the death of Tupac. And of course there's the whole Keefe D thing where he was saying that he was hired by Diddy for $1 million and then get paid to actually kill Tupac after the events of all of it. But at the end of the day, do you think, I mean, this is just a brutal conversation overall. It's everyone's talking about it, Angela, but do you think that at the end of the day that people are keep dropping off? Will they actually leave the country? You think Ashton Kutcher's actually going to leave, or will these people just are just trying to distance themselves because it's so bad?
Is Ashton Kutcher going to leave?
Yeah, you think he'll actually leave the country, or is it more big talk because they're just trying to distance themselves?
I don't think he's going to leave the country. I mean, if he did, it'd be like for a short. I don't think he'd be going anywhere. Maybe for a little while, but maybe Iowa, back to his family's farm or something, like Des Moines or whatever, I mean.
A little staycay?
What's that?
A little staycay away?
Yeah, a little staycay away. I mean, half the people in the Midwest don't even care, or the Heartland don't even know what the hell's going on. So it'd be fine there probably. I don't know. Maybe they'll be gone. I mean, you can't. Just because you're, like high-end celebrity doesn't always mean you can just say whatever you want, regarding certain people, like that masterson guy. That's a
whole bag of worms right there too, right?
Yeah, that's a whole like disgusting situation. And they weren't the victims, so it's like, again, you don't know when you know people. You only know maybe a side of them. You don't always know the dark side, right? That's going on behind other doors. So with this Diddy stuff, I mean, it's just nonstop. And I mean, it's going to be nonstop. This has been going on for decades, right? So it doesn't surprise me. I mean, are they able to prove that this stuff happened? I mean, that's going to be obviously a defense type of case. But I mean, he's buried at this point. It's just, I mean, good luck with the criminal defense team. Like, I just really wish them. I don't wish them well. Actually, I don't want to say that. I don't wish them anything. I hope he's done in my mind. I don't even want to listen to his music. I don't want to give him any. Like, I used to really, like his music and stuff, or whatever he produced, he wasn't really a amazing musician, but you know what I mean, like rapper or whatever.
Sampling.
Lyricist.
Lyricist.
Now it's like, I was always like whatever with him, but I know it's just, Diddy did. Did he do it?
Did he do it?
Did he dead? I don't even care. Diddy's gone. Like, bye-bye.
The one thing that they haven't even got into yet, and this is going to come up in the trial, if all this really occurred, and allegedly it did, and I believe it did, but there's going to be video everywhere.
Oh, he was walking with a camcorder, they were saying. That they have all the tapes. That's the thing. It's like there are people that don't even know they were on tape and he was filming them. I don't know, we have like pin cameras or something. Who knows?
Who was it that got the drunk driving? Remember a few months ago we talked about
JTT. JT, not JTT. We love JTT.
Justin Timberlake.
That film of him crashing with his car, that was somebody on the street with their cell phone. And I guarantee you, if he was at this party, somebody at that party had the camera going.
All the parties we are. Thousands of people have been in these parties. Allie, you've been here.
Sorry. Go ahead.
We have a question, Angela? Yeah.
Well, I was going to say that I have a connection, obviously, that's somebody who gets shopped all the tapes from everything in Hollywood. Anyone's tape that's been put out there has been shopped to this specific individual. And he had stated that there is nobody currently right now, there is no high-end celebrities of any kind that have any tapes being shopped. And there was somebody that was trying to shop one. And at first there was someone, but she was an unknown, but it was with a different very well-known individual, but she was trying to use that and then say it was Diddy, but then it got shot down. But there's nothing, and he's a very highly credible source for this business. So,
Angela, what I was saying to that is, how many A-listers, if you will, want to admit they were at a Diddy party with all this shit going down? So why
nobody, GR. Nobody wants to be. No one's going to admit that. Nobody wants to admit that.
If they've got the tape. Are they going to want to say, "Oh, I've got a tape of that," and that
the person who might,
that's admitting you were at the party. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, what I mean is that, like, not just the A-lister, but I'm saying the person who wasn't the A-lister, that was just maybe the regular, Jane Doe, or Joe, John Deere or whatever, not Joe. You know what I mean? They're the ones shopping it around and trying to get it. So with the A-listers in it, or if it's with Diddy, they're the ones, they'd be doing that. So there's nothing happening at all at the moment with any A-listers, because they are all freaking out that have been to any of his parties or events and have partaken in these activities.
Everybody's freaking out. It's just like big news everywhere, and it just keeps building up and building up week by week by week. We're going to be hearing about this till May. Allie, you've been in here. We've been talking about this. What do you think about this, Allie? Do you think that Ashton Kutcher is going to flee the country? And is Diddy done in your book?
Oh my gosh. I think I wouldn't be surprised if Ashton Kutcher did a stint. After the Masterson stuff, he and Mila resigned from prevention.org. I don't know if you guys remember. He was kind of the face of this anti-trafficking thing, prevention.org. And so, like, he already had to resign from that. That puts even bigger eyes on him in this kind of situation. Like, it just looks really bad.
I think they asked him to leave.
Like, they had to have, like, surely. But, and then you've got people, Netflix bought 50 Cent's thing about this so fast. Because 50 Cent has been making this documentary for like a decade. 50 Cent is just having the time of his life. It's just a rodeo for him. He's
50 Cent's been talking about this for years.
Years. Oh, forever. Forever. So he's like, is just having like the time of his life, because he's like, told you, and like my video is ready to go. Who wants to give me a whole bunch of money?
They're like, we're in post-production, ready to rock and roll this right now.
And then like, and people were saying like, oh, it's ironic he taped any of it. It's part of the fetish. It's part of the power play. It was compulsive. It was compulsive.
Yeah.
It was part of what he enjoyed so much about doing this to these people, being able to relive it and hold it over their heads.
R. Kelly taped it too. Why is everybody shocked?
R. Kelly did. Yeah, nobody should be shocked.
I don't think anybody's
R. Kelly. R. Kelly is like another whole bag worm.
Finding out. People want to think that if they idolize someone, if they're a fan of somebody, that person is a good person in all these ways, and that's just not the case. And so they're shocked when this person does like bad people things. How could I have liked them? What's wrong with me if I like a person who does bad things?
I mean, that's what happens. We start questioning ourselves too when you think that it's someone you idolize, right? You idolize them and you're like, how could they be like this? I know them, but we don't know these people. We don't know these celebrities unless we're at these parties and we're involved in the industry. We don't know what's going on. And this has been something we've been talking about for a long time.
You know the surface of them. That's all you know.
Yeah. We've been talking about this GR for like almost a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've been talking about, and like,
even if it's someone you know, though, like,
oh yeah,
when you know people, and you like people, you go, that certainly they would never do something like that because it's outside of the realm of possibility. You know, this is why sometimes people are able to do very bad things, is because there's this thought that, like, even if it crosses your mind, like, no, they couldn't possibly, because that happens in the movies. That doesn't happen in real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless they did it to you, you don't know.
Yeah, there's no way it can be. There's no way. That's what people think. But there is. People have different sides to them across the board. You know, not everybody puts their worst face forward, I should say. Their worst face forward is always the worst faces in the back, and you find out what you don't want to find out about them. Lex, you've been talking about this for a long time.
Get away with it, Brian.
Yeah.
They get away with it. Yeah. But Lex, you've been talking about this for a long time, too.
Terry Crews came out about this way back during the Me Too movement. He was talking about this a long time, and everybody made fun of him when he talked about it because he was a man speaking about this stuff, and whenever men speak about this stuff, they get made fun of. And so it's like Terry Crews is back out, like, once the same with, 50 Cent. He's like, I told you. Like, it's the same thing. And so it's like, every time a man has come forward and spoken on stuff, they've had to step back on these issues. And there's been a lot of men who have come forward throughout the years who have spoken on Diddy. Usher,
said, of course.
Usher was 13 when he took him to his grooming house and did the grooming with him and started his career. And they've been trying to get Usher to come out and talk. And Usher's like, I can't talk about it because I don't want, like, he doesn't want to do that. But Usher was a major player of what was done to him. Like, Usher had horrible things done to him. There's been all this stuff coming out about that too. So,
and Bieber too, because of that, Lexi. Bieber because of that too, because Usher got Bieber.
Bieber was terribly. Oh yeah,
he had that Diddy party song that was going on. Everybody's like joking about that Diddy party song.
And they, like, the stuff that they say Bieber was exposed to at those Diddy parties is horrible. Same with Usher. But as far as Kutcher's concerned, he didn't flee the country when he killed his girlfriend. So I don't know why he wouldn't flee the country now. I mean, what happened with that? Your girlfriend was in an apartment, you found her there, you just left and went and hung out at a party. Like, you didn't seem to care about that, so I don't know why this is a big deal for you. It's not going to affect him. He's a Scientologist, and he's not done anything to a certain degree. He's only been, just at parties and stuff, so they're going to protect him, and he's going to have a career. And I mean,
Kel's having a great time.
He's got enough. He's got so much around him. Like, Kutcher has had so much go down throughout the years that he has had, like, hit him, and this to come off him like water, like off of a duck's back. Like, this guy has had so much shit.
The Masterson thing, of course, but beyond that,
the Masterson stuff. I mean, let's talk about the '70s show. People like Will Valderrama, him and fucking Masterson. They're three of the shittiest people. They're terrible people, and they've like all.
We don't know yet.
Like,
let it go to court.
No. They've all had. They're all terrible people. Like,
allegations.
Like,
but still, there's lots happening behind closed doors we don't know about. But also think about that, Lexi, is too. It's like if you're friends, and it's hard, but they were like really good friends. So it's like there's all these pictures when they're super young. You used to be like, oh, you're just hanging out, playing football, but we know each other very well. It's like through all that time, the same with Masterson. It's like these are the people you're associated with. You know what I mean? Like it makes you think that maybe he's involved with this too. That honestly just does. And they're allegations, but it makes you think, doesn't it?
There's a reason the guy who plays Eric doesn't talk to any of those people and was never friends with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Topher Grace too. Topher Grace has done nothing doing that. He wouldn't go to parties, nothing.
Yeah. He's like, I want anything with those people. He's like, nothing. And Donna's a Scientologist too. So like, I mean, they have like Scientology protections. Like, at the end of the day, like, I mean, there's a lot of that.
Who isn't a Scientologist? Oh my God. It's like
The thirsty daddy's not.
No,
I'm
definitely
not.
not.
I'm not either. So
My money stays with me.
I still love when I first moved here. They're like outside Central Casting, one of the big casting places everybody here in LA. They used to like hold up outside there, and like there'd be like hundreds of people in line. I remember like my first time I signed up, I went in there. I was there all day. I did the sign up. I came outside, and they stop you right there and like, hey, do you want to get some acting classes? We're casting for this, and this. And I'm like, you're excited? Oh yeah, I just got here. Maybe I get cast this outside this casting house. Must be great. And they're like, well, we're from the Church of Scientology. I'm like, because you're moving here, you hear the rumors, all that. You're like, I'm okay. I'm Catholic. I grew up Catholic. I'm like, I'm good. And they're like, oh, I'm Catholic too, but I'm also a Scientologist. You should join me in my journey with you, and we can conquer the town. You're the best actor ever. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to leave. But they would get people. They actually got my number, and I was like freaking, I was young. I gave them my number. They called me.
Creepy, Brian. That is so creepy. Like. Your church should have nothing to do. It should have nothing to do with acting. It's completely
no.
They have a hand in it. They have a lot of hand in it. Like really, they do. Like there's too much to it. But
they have their own studio, their own casting.
Oh, guys, I'm Catholic. Do you want to come and join our church? And we have some auditions for the Bible study.
By the way, if you join the church, I'll make sure you get a role in that movie over there.
Yeah, honestly, we have Mary and Joseph.
Yeah.
But for the people that find some joy there, just for the people that find some joy in there, like, I'm happy for you. I am. If you find some joy that makes you feel like you get up in the morning and you feel more fulfilled, great.
Sure.
But just know that you shouldn't be pushing that on other people when they're coming to a place where they're supposed to be getting their job to move their future, and they moved across the country. It's just not a good situation, and it's not a good look.
Did you know that Danny Masterson tried to get out of jail by admitting that he was transgender?
I did not.
That was the funniest shit.
I think I did hear something about
that. He was like, no, I'm trans. I got to get out of jail and I got to start my transition. I'm trans. That was like,
what's the deal?
He's not.
He in China.
He tried to
it's hard people can pull now. They could, you could walk up tomorrow, like anyone could be like, yep, I'm trans actually to somebody and be like, well, then you have to follow all these different protocols and all this other stuff. There's all kinds of things people are using now with sexuality.
To get out of jail?
Yeah.
You're a prison, even you're in prison.
You're
in prison.
Does that
jail, jobs? I
I have to go to prison because I'm trans?
It's like, you're done. You're good. You don't have to go to prison.
You get like a suite somewhere.
I get a suite. Oh my God, special privileges.
You get a suite with a private kitchen and and then say you're a Scientologist on top of it, and then
I'm a transgender Scientologist. I need to go to this new prison.
With the best windows, the best view.
The ocean view. What are the ocean whatever?
I just don't think he's going to flee the country. I think there's always something's going to happen when you're friends with somebody. It doesn't matter if you don't even know what they're like behind closed doors. When you're that close to a friend with somebody, you're going to be associated with them. That's what's going to be. That's what happens in life. You're associated with people, you're going to be associated with this person.
Now, it doesn't mean the country. Do we even care?
Does who even care? If he flees?
Do we? Any of us really care if he even?
I don't care.
It falls under the heading of Delegaff.
I think I saw someone in the chat said he's gonna move to the North Pole. I'm like, good, send him out there. But Santa Claus doesn't want that shit in his office either. Okay, he doesn't need that shit. Santa's too busy for like making children toys and taking care of the America and the world and bringing world peace to everybody on Christmas.
To reboot Pump
or Hanukkah.
That's what he's doing. He's trying to bring it back. Haha! I fooled you. I'm not really leaving.
I just say at the end of the day,
try and go do that in the Middle East.
Put the trucker hat on. He's like, I punked you.
Oh man. I just think that this Diddy thing is a lot. It's a lot, and I just think at the end of the day, we're going to be talking about this more. We will. These allegations keep coming forward, and it sounds funny that people are leave the country, but people get scared, and also that's just saying that out loud makes me think you're more guilty. That's it. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. And I just hope that at the end of the day, whatever happens with this whole trial and all this goes down and it's live and it's going to be the big trial of the century, I hope that people that actually, if they were and did get into a situation that didn't want to be there, they get justice, and that this never happens again. This is not the shit that should be happening in Hollywood, in the music industry, nowhere. It shouldn't happen. And fucking, again, protect the fucking children. I'm sorry, I'm so adamant about that. When I hear about children and shit like that, it pisses me off. And this is not right. We come here, we give up so much to be in this business, and you go up to somebody you aspire to be like, and you have admiration for, and drove you to get to where you're being, and then they do this shit. It's not cool. Inspire people. Yeah. Don't fuck with them behind closed doors. Inspire them. Be better. Be fucking better.
I'm curious who else. I mean, I want to see the people that are other than him, like that are responsible. I really hope they get named. I really hope
there's a list.
Oh yeah. I hope that they get blown out, because we need to start cleaning out the dirty cesspool in all this industry. It just needs to get cleaned
blown out at the parties. That's where they got blown out. They got blown out at the parties.
Yeah.
That's true.
Blown out at the parties. Yep.
Yep.
But I hope they come to light. So
leave the children alone. I hope it all comes out, Angela. There's got to be a list.
Kids alone.
Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. As always, appreciate you. Hope you had a great night. Thank you again. It's so much fun. Remember that if you came on new, please like and subscribe. It just means a lot. It helps us a lot. The channel's still small, but it is growing substantially because of you. And we appreciate you if you tuned in tonight. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate, and love you all. We're having a good time. And we get serious sometimes, but we get serious for a reason. It needs to be addressed, some things. But thank you for being here. Love my panel. Thank you. Miss Ali Perez, Ali, thank you for coming back. Miss you on the show. I love your takes. Pitch anything you got going on. I love your stuff. You're a fantastic human being. Thank you for being here on Kruse Control.
Hey, no, thanks for joining in. Go ahead and follow on Facebook, Instagram. That stuff's there. Thanks for joining.
It's happening. And you're always busy. Thank you, Ali. I'm so happy to have you back. It was a blast, and you're always busy. I know it's hard to get you, so thank you for taking time out of your day. I do appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, Ali.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Miss Lexi Koval, thank you, Lex, for being here on Kruse Control as well. Appreciate you. I know you got a lot going on as well. I know you're in the middle of moving. There's a lot of crazy stuff in your life. I appreciate you being here, bringing your voice to the table, and thank you for being a part of Kruse Control. Thank you, Lexi. Appreciate you.
I try.
And what do we say for you to, I say bitch for you to appear.
Oh, I tried. I'm here.
I say thank you for us to end. So appreciate you, Lexi, again. Thank you for being here, as always. And of course, we got to remember our tech director down there, Mr. G.R. Waters, the thirsty daddy himself. G.R., thank you for being on Kruse Control as always, helping out the chat and kicking ass as always. G.R., appreciate you.
You're welcome, sir. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. And don't drink my beer. Don't drink my beer, GR. I'm just saying it right now. My beer is for me.
I won't drink it until tomorrow.
Okay, Friday. Wait till Friday. And of course, everybody, thank you again. Miss Angela Costello. Thank you, Angela. Thank you for being here, helping me out, being my co-host. As always, appreciate you. I'm so happy to have you back. It's been fantastic having these conversations, what you bring to the table as well. A fucking fantastic talent. Thank you, Angela, for being here. Appreciate you as always. Yeah, Angela.
Thanks, Ryan. It's great to be here. It always is. So looking forward to it. I'll be back, I think, Wednesday.
Wednesday, back for hump day.
I know, right? Hump day.
Or humper too.
Best days of the week.
Yeah, it is. It's always the best day of the week. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody out there. Everybody say goodbye. All the new people, thank you again. Keep spreading that love. It was a fantastic show. A lot of fun tonight, as always. But you got to keep spreading that love, spreading that word. Keep these numbers going up. Yeah, tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts. I got to take this shit off. This is fine. I'm done. It helps me for editing, and I don't even do it. Oh, watch out, Peppy. You got to tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmas and grandparents that went to Scientology, and they still love them, and we love you all, and they subscribe, and you can subscribe too. Watch out for those people out there. There's a lot of assholes in this town. They don't subscribe, but maybe they do, but who doesn't want that? I don't want their subscribers. I don't want that shit. I want all those chinchillas and those beavers and those bears and all the badgers out there and those fucking chickens that peck at people's penises. It's fine. That's what they do. Leave them alone. And all the squirrels take your nuts at night. They're cool too. They subscribe, and that's fucking fine. The mailman to come around with all the postal service are fucking fantastic. They make the pool parties all the time. We know they have the pool parties. I want to go to those pool parties. They have zebras and kangaroos, and they have wombats. Oh my God, they have fucking wombats. I love that. I've never seen a wombat my whole life. They have slow armadillos. They got fucking slow fellow lemurs. That's fantastic. They all subscribe. You can subscribe too. Keep those numbers going up. And I appreciate you as always. Thank you so much for being in Kruse Control. Love and appreciate you. We'll see you back on Hump Day. Please take care. Enjoy your week. I know it's Monday. It's tough sometimes, but don't worry. Hump Day is coming soon. Anyways, everybody, until next time, see ya.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.